Hello and welcome to Module 1. There are 3 sections in this module. In Section A, we will cover the psychology of time management. I will take you through a model of how the mind works to create bad time management issues. In Section B, I'm going to cover the prioritization and the value of time. I will look at how you can make the right choices as to what to prioritize and what's important. In Section C, I will cover the productivity principles. I will show you which ways of working have been proven to be more effective than others. First things first, what on earth is time management? It's a misnomer because you can't manage time. Time merrily ticks along regardless of what you do. But what you can manage is what you do in that time. So time management is really self-management. But in order to manage yourself, you have to manage your mind. You know, I can give you lots of great time management strategies right now, the do's and don'ts of time management. But they won't work until you actually look at how you can manage your mind. This is why most other time management courses don't actually work. Let me show you what I mean. One goal of time management is to help turn ideas into action. We are all great at ideas, aren't we? But what really matters is converting those ideas into action and converting that action ultimately into results. We have more control over the first link, where we turn ideas into action. The second link, we have less control over. So giving 100% to the action is actually what matters. What can sometimes get in the way is human nature. Now, human nature is not a bad thing. It is human nature which drives us forward, which makes us ambitious. But if we don't manage our minds correctly, it can also hold us back. As an example, there is a part of us which likes staying in our comfort zone, which stops us from even trying to turn ideas into action. This is where leadership really comes in. We think of leadership as leading other people. But how can you lead others if you cannot even lead your own mind? I'm going to show you a stylized model of how the mind works. This is based on my research into the brain neurology of stress. You have a conscious and subconscious part of your mind. The conscious part of your mind is rationalizing and analyzing what I'm saying right now. It is where you think. It's normally associated with the cortex, or outer part of the brain. The subconscious mind is much larger, and it is the more instinctive part of your brain. Your subconscious deals with the following: emotional reactions and feelings, long-term beliefs and perspectives, memory storage, habitual thinking and habitual behaviours. Imagine your mind is like a computer. The conscious mind is what you see on the screen at any one time. Your subconscious mind is the hard drive, looking after all the automatic functions and running the software. However, as we all know, the software can be prone to bugs. So it is with our minds. We can be prone to faulty thinking, bugs in the system, which can cause bad time management. Your subconscious values the following things very highly. These are the subconscious priorities. It wants to minimize failure and maximize certainty. Your subconscious wants to minimize rejection and maximize approval from others. It wants to minimize bad or difficult emotional states. It wants to minimize difficult physical states and maximize pleasurable ones. It's very short-termist. It's about the gain you can get right now. It discounts future returns. Your subconscious mind is where your emotions about something are originally created. So when there is a stimulus, your first gut reaction is an emotional reaction. Your conscious mind is where your thoughts about that same stimulus occur. Your conscious mind is influenced by the emotions which come up from the subconscious. This is where you experience certain emotionally charged thoughts and feelings. Your behaviours are ultimately determined by a combination of how you feel and what you're thinking. In your mind, it's a battle between how your subconscious feels and tries to influence your behaviour versus what you consciously think and rationally how you'd like to behave. In this next diagram, I will focus on the interplay between the conscious and subconscious parts of your mind. Your subconscious mind will try and influence your thoughts and behaviours using emotions. I feel I should do X. These emotions will be based on the subconscious priorities that we mentioned, and these automatic reactions come first, according to the latest studies of the brain. There are gut reactions. Your conscious mind will be influenced by these emotions, but it can override these subconscious urges, and the conscious mind may say, although I feel like doing X, I think I should do Y. By taking charge, the feelings can be influenced over time on the right-hand side of the diagram. This is literally where you are retraining your brain. Leadership is having conscious control over your behaviours despite what your subconscious emotions would like you to do. Let me give you the example of a piece of chocolate cake. Imagine you've already had a slice of chocolate cake and you're full, but you can see another piece on the plate. Consciously, rationally, you're thinking, no, I shouldn't have any more cake, but your subconscious wants you to have it. Why? Because the subconscious wants a pleasurable physical experience from eating the cake. It wants short-term gain right now. But consciously, you think you should refrain. Do you see how it's a battle between the two parts of your mind to ultimately decide your behaviour? In this battle, your imagination is stronger than your willpower. So when you're imagining that chocolate cake, that's a very powerful image, a powerful feeling. You can override your subconscious emotions using willpower. However, your imagination will always be stronger. One way you can override this is to simply imagine how sick you will feel if you have another slice of chocolate cake. This will be more powerful than simply telling yourself that you shouldn't have it. If you work subconsciously or reactively based on your emotions, your mind will move you towards bad time management behaviours. We're going to use this model throughout the rest of the course.